So what we will see today is we'll see with functions we'll start, right? So what is a function, anyone? So function, I think you have used in other languages, right? So what exactly a function means?
Block, ma'am.
Yeah.
And we want that function repeatedly execution. If we want to execute repeatedly, then we go for function.
Okay. So the advantage of function is code reusability, right? Like, for example, if you have a logic, right? Uh, Basically, for example, you want to find something, let's say palindrome, or you want to check whether a number is a palindrome or not. You want to find the mean of one number. So you know the logic. Logic is fixed. So logic is sum of all divided by n. You write the logic, you will write the same. If I write the logic, I will write the same. Whoever is willing to find mean, the logic is fixed. The logic is not going to change. Having said that, you will write two lines of code. I will write two lines of code. So it's a repetition of same code again and again. Many people are writing. So instead of that, can I write the logic inside a block of code, and whenever anyone need that logic, can they call it? So that is called function, right? So what is function? Function is basically it's a block of code where we have two parts in function. One is your function definition and one is your function call, right? So the first thing is function definition, which we will please go on mute everyone. Please go on mute. Everyone, please go on mute, right? Okay. So function definition. So what is function definition? Definition means you will define the logic of the function, right? Let us give an example. Very simple function. Let's say I'm going to define a function which will take two numbers and return the um, sum of those two numbers. So the definition of the function in Python starts with the keyword def, right? Def, definition, followed by the name of the function. So any name I can give. Let's say this name of the function is add number. So what is the name? Add number
Hello.
function. Yes, so this is add number function, and the definition add number, within bracket I will write if I have any parameters. So if I'm adding two numbers, what I will pass as argument, two numbers as input, isn't it? So I'll write a comma b. Just wait, let me first write the syntax. Please go on mute everyone. So if you're registering and you're joining, make sure your mic is on mute mode. In case you have any question, wait. After 5 minutes or 10 minutes when I will give you chance, please ask all your doubts. If you don't mute yourself, I have to mute you, right? And I can see, I think some of you have not muted. I don't know who is that. I think, one second. There may be some audio issue also from your side. So if you're joining from laptop, maybe you missed it. Anyway, so definition and then your add number a b, and then we have this colon symbol and then enter. So one thing you need to pay attention here, that is indentation. In Python, indentation is very, very important. If you have not properly indented, your you will get error. So it is not optional like other languages, it is mandatory. Why? Because in other languages we have this curly brace concept, right, within which we will write the body part. But here there is no curly brace, the curly braces are not there. So we have to write space. So you can see each block I'm starting, whether it is a function or it is a if block, else block, while loop, for loop, any kind of block I'm starting, I'll be giving some space once I started the block. So here see I'm giving some space and then I'm writing the logic. So what is the logic? So let's say the logic is nothing but add number a and b, and then I will just return the sum of a and b. Let's say return a plus b. So I'm just returning, right? I'm just returning a plus b. Very simple function I'm writing. So this particular block is called function definition. Let me repeat. How to define your function. Def keyword followed by the name of the function. Within bracket, you write the parameters, colon, and then enter. Enter, next line it will come, and then you write the logic, like return a plus b or whatever you want to write the logic, right? Properly indented. So if I'm writing one line here, next line where I can write Can I write next line? Let's say next line is there. Can I write here? Let's say print. I want to print, right? Print a plus b. Is it correct? No, this is syntactically mistake. So wherever you have started the first line, just below that you have to start all other line. Now you can say, ask me, do I need to take care of all of the spaces? No, that's why you're using IDE. If you're using text editor, maybe space you need to take care yourself. But if you're using any Python IDE, I think space automatically will be given. So this is your function definition. Let me run this. Now what is function call? Call means I will call this function. For example, I will call add number, right? I'll call this add number, and then I will pass parameters. For example, 6, 7. So what will happen? So when I'm writing 6, 7, 6, A will be replaced with 6, B will be replaced with 7, and it will return A plus B, right? A will be replaced with 6, B will be replaced with 7, and I will get A plus B. Okay, so if I run this, I'll get the return. So this is a function definition, function call. Function definition, you def followed by function name, parameters, and logic. Function call, function name within bracket. If any parameter is there, then you can pass, right? So this is a very basic template for function syntax. There is a special kind of function, we call it lambda expression, right? In other languages like Scala also we call it inline function there. So lambda expression is a function without a name, right? So what is lambda expression? So this is little difficult, please pay attention. Lambda expression is a function. What is lambda expression? Lambda expression is a function. Now where you will use function, where you will use lambda expression, if the function is very complicated, like 5, 6, 7 lines of code are there, please use traditional way of writing it, like definition and then call. But if the function is super simple means, let's say, in this case, do you think this function is difficult? No, only one line of code is there, right? So it is very simple function. It's a very simple function. So in this case, you can use lambda expression, 1 or 2 lines if it is there, small function. So it's a tedious task, right? Let's say 10 small functions. So again, you define call 10 times. So instead of that, one line you can write. So simple function only can be written in lambda expression. Is it clear? Not every function you can write. So let us give one example and understand. So what we will do is, here in this case, the same thing I will write in a lambda way. So I will call the word lambda, which is a keyword, right? Lambda followed by, I'll give a colon. After lambda, I'll give a colon. Before this colon, I will write what all parameters I'm passing. So what all parameters? A comma B. There is no name. So directly I'll start with lambda. Colon I will write. Before colon, whatever parameters I am passing. After this colon, directly the logic, what I'm going to do with this parameter. So I'm going to return, or basically I'm going to do A plus B here. What I'm going to do? A plus B I'm going to do. And I'm going to give name to this, maybe G equals to this, right? Maybe G equals to this. If I run this, you can find what is the type of G. If I call this type of G, what is this? G is what? G is a function, right? But it is a different kind of function called lambda expression. And then you can call the same way. Let's say G, and then I can call 6, 7. I'll get the same return. So let me repeat. Now you will not get the actual use case of lambda expression. Later you will find a lot of examples. In this case, let's take this same add function, and then I'm using lambda a comma b. So the syntax is lambda, then colon. Before colon, write the parameters. After colon, you just a plus b or whatever logic, and then you call it, right? So that is how you can call the lambda expression. So let's say one more function, let's say def, and then I'm just calling one more function, let's say math calculation. I'm doing some math calculation, and I need, uh, let's say I need three numbers, A, B, C, three numbers I'm taking. And what calculation I'm doing here is, let's say C equals to, let's say A plus B divided by C and then multiplied by a, right? Some logic I'm just writing. I'm doing some maths, right? And then what I'm doing is I'm just returning C, right? I'm just returning C, or basically I'm printing C, right? I'm printing C. And then I'm calling this, right? I'm just calling this math, right? So for example, math cal function, and then I'm calling, let's say 10, and then 5, and then 3. So if I run this, I will first define it, and then if I run this, I'll get some output. So if you understood this lambda expression, can anybody write this function in lambda way in the chat box and send me the output? Try this. So if you understood the lambda expression, it's a very simple thing that I have written, one more function. Can you write this math calculation function in lambda way and tell me the logic, or send me the output in chat window? Try this. Maybe you can take 1-2 minutes time, think about it, and try this. Anyone? Just try. If it is wrong, that is perfectly fine. Okay, correct. So a lot of you have written the correct syntax. So like this, I think we will be using lot of lambda expression. So here I will start with lambda, and then what I will do, I will just write a colon. Before this, I will write all the parameters. So I have A, B, C, any name you can give. Let's say PQR. 3 parameters you need, right? So these are the 3 parameters. And what I'm going to do with this parameter is nothing but I'm going to print. And what I'm going to print C. So what is C? C is nothing but A plus B, right? Divided by C, right? So this is one block. So one bracket, and then divided by multiplied by C, some logic I'm implementing. So this I want to print, and done, right? So this is my lambda. So if I run this, this is my lambda, and this is a function you can see. Let give some name. Maybe I will give some name. Let's say G, right? G equals to this, and then I can simply call the values. For example, G, same values. If I call, let's say 10, 5, and 3, and then I will get the same value. G is not defined. One second. A is not defined. Okay, here ABC, right? Sorry. So it will be PQR. Okay, is it clear? Lambda expression, is it clear, everyone?
Yes, ma'am, it's clear. But what about, ma'am, that is a lambda expression name, or it's a variable, ma'am?
It's a basically, yeah, you can say name, but basically we no need to write name in real time. I'll give you some example. Here I'm showing you one example, but in the same line you can, for example, and now you will not understand, but let me give you, if you understand at high level. So when we go to pandas, right, or basically a library, any function that you want to apply, right? Let me show you this, one second. So don't worry if you don't understand because you don't know pandas yet, but I'm just giving you one example where you can really use this kind of functions, right? Lambda expression. See here. So what I'm doing here is I have a column and I want to split that column. So it's a date column, right? Like we have 2020, July 21, and then 10 hour, 11 hour, 12 hour, 13 hour, minute, and everything is there. So basically I'm going to split up my date into hour, month, day of week, and all that. So don't worry about anything, just see how Lambda has been implemented here. So I'm just using Lambda and applying this function to this particular column, right? And again, one more function to this particular column. So these are very simple function, isn't it? Take the value and then time dot hour, time dot month, time dot week of the day. If I will not use lambda, how I have to do? Like this way I have to do. I have to define um, the function multiple times and then I will call it. So wait, we will use lambda expression later in the course. Very much time we will be using it. And that time
Okay,
it
ma'am.
will be clear, right? Okay, so I think this is all about your function and next thing is your loops, right? We'll start with very simple loop. Let's say if else. Most of you already know if else, but what is if and else loop? Why we use it?
For
I think you
condition check.
know it.
Yeah.
Correct. For condition check, it's a very simple loop. And let's understand the syntax, how we will write in Python. So one time if you want to check any condition, let's say if I'm checking if 5 is greater than 6, right? Or 5 is greater than 4. So this is the condition that I'm checking. If followed by some condition and then colon. Any block means colon and then enter. Immediately you can see some lines and then you print or whatever logic you want to write, you write. So I am in if. So remember how many times the condition will be checked? Only one time. If the condition is true, then it will print. It will come inside the loop. If the condition is false, right? Let's say 5 is greater than 14, the condition is false. It will not execute the if block. Only one time it will check the condition. True means it will enter. False means it will not execute. Now let's say I want to check multiple condition. I will write else if. So this is not else if in Python. In other languages we have else if, right? Here it is else if. Syntactically slightly different, right? Else if. So what I'm checking else if, again one more condition. Let's say 5 is greater than 4. Now this time this condition is true. So again I will print I am in elif, right? Let's say one more elif I'm writing. Let's say this is second elif, right? This is the second elif. Let's say elif 3 is greater than 2, right? And then I'm just printing um, I am in second elif. I am in second elif. Who can tell me the output of this? I am in first elif. If I run this code, what will be the output? Anyone?
First elif.
Right? I am in second elif. Will it be executed or not?
No, as long as
No.
the first elif is true, it won't go any further.
I am
Correct.
in first elite. Yeah.
Correct. So you just check the condition. Wherever the condition is true, you execute and come out. It's not like next block again you will try. For example, in this case, elif, first elif is true. 5 is greater than 4. Yes, that is true. So you print I am in first elif and come out. No need to check any other condition or anything. Just come out of the loop. So the output will be I am in first elif. Not, it will not go to second elif, third elif and all. When it will go to second elif, if the first elif is false, let's say here in this case, let's say it is 41. So this is false. If the first elif is false, then only it will come to the second elif. Anywhere it is finding true, it will come out. Finally, if nothing is true, everything is false, which block will execute? Everything is false, else block will execute, right? None of the block is true, then finally else block will execute. Is this if else is clear? Any questions in this,
No, ma'am, it's clear.
right? So just you need to understand the syntax, remember the syntax, and then go ahead. Very simple. So any block means any if or else block, only one time it will execute. Check the condition true, enter. And if you are entering one block means rest all block, you will come out of the loop, right? Not next block you will again execute. Okay, now if else you understood, next thing is while loop. Who can tell me the logic for while loop, where we will use while loop?
Suppose if you want to execute one statement or multiple statement repeatedly at that particular time, you may go for while loop.
Okay, but yeah, that's true repeatedly. But what is the condition of while loop? Or
While
what is,
condition,
yeah,
While condition and then
then
statement.
indentation. Yeah.
till what time it will execute? Till what time it will keep
The
executing?
condition
Until
fails.
condition false.
Correct. So until the condition falls, the loop will continue executing. It's not like if where it is only one time. Until the condition is false, the while loop will keep executing, right? And let's do that. So what is the syntax? Syntax is while keyword followed by the condition. Let's say I'm checking a counter, whether this counter value is greater than 2. And before this, I'm just assigning this value. Counter is a variable. Let's say the value of counter is 10. I'm assigning. And then I'm checking whether the counter value is greater than 2. And if that is true, then what I'm doing is I'm just printing counter, right? I'm just printing counter, and then each time I'm running this loop, I'm decrementing the counter to counter -1. So this is what I'm doing. So if I run this, can anybody tell me what will be the output? What will be the output?
10 to 3.
Right. So see what will happen. So first it will be 10, right? So it will print 10, and then it will become 9. So again 9 is it will print 9. It will become 8. Again 8 is greater than 2. It will check, right? And it will print 8. It will become 7. 7 it will check 7, and then finally like this it will become 2 here, right? Or 3 here. 3 is greater than 2, true. So it will print 3. When it will come to 2 is greater than 2, is it satisfied? 2 is greater than 2. Will it be satisfied? No. So that time it will not execute. It will come out of the loop. So what will be the output? 10 to 3 will be the output. When it is 2, 2 is greater than 2, the condition is false. It will come out of the loop, right? So I think that is while loop. Very simple kind of logic. Same logic, only we are checking in Python how to write it, right? Logic is same in every language. Is it clear? While loop is clear, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? Okay. Now the last loop we will discuss. We discussed about for if else while loop. What is for loop? Why we use for loop? For loop. Yeah.
Same as while loop, but initialization condition increment in one line. It will be more efficient, sufficient to enter.
In
Yeah.
one line,
Basically,
ma'am, everything we can do. Yeah.
yeah. So if we know how many times we want to run, or basically repeatedly if we want to run the block of code iteration wise, we can use for loop, right? So you know the syntax of for loop in other languages. In Python, it is slightly different. So let me give you one example first, and from there I will explain. So before we understand for loop, we need to understand a function called a range function. Which function? Range function. So range function will take 3 arguments, right? The first argument is starting index, ending index, and step size. So this has 3 arguments. First is your starting, right? Where you want to start, I value. If I'm writing range, if I'm writing a range of 1, so I value will be started from 1. Then it is ending index, right? If I write 10, so I value will go till 9. This is important. So ending index -1, till that I value will go. If I'm writing ending index as 10, it will go till 9, right? And then last is your step size. Like you remember I plus plus, I minus minus, I plus 2, I plus 3, all of these things you were doing. So here you will mention the step size. If you do not mention, by default it is 1, means first time it will be 1, second time 2. Sorry. Third iteration 3, 4, 5, 6 till 9. But if you want 2 to increment, you will write 2, right? 2 to increment you can write. So like this you can specify, and same with negative index, you can start, let's say whatever you want to start with, right? 10 and then 1 you will write, and then decrement is -1 you will write. So 10 to 1 means it will go till 2, right? And -1 starting will be 10, ending will be, let's say 1, and step size will be -1 if it is negative. So it will decrement. Okay, we'll try negative ones, but is the positive is clear for start and then step. These are the 3 things. Okay, let me first try this. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to run the code with range. I want to start I value from 5. I want to end it at 14. So I'll write 15 and step size, let it be 1, 1. So, okay, so I need to write this colon and then let's say print I. So this is my for loop. So first you can see 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 till 14 it will go. And it is by default 1, 1, 1, 1 increment. If you want 2, 2, 2 to increment, what you will do? Here you will write 2. Here you will write 2. And then if you run this, you will find it, right? Is it clear? So this is how you can decrement. Decrement, what you will do, starting index, ending index. Can anybody guess? Let's check this. What will be the last index? What will be the last index? Think about it. In this particular line, what will be the i's last value? This is tricky.
16.
Think about it. Yeah.
16.
Okay. 2, 2, 2, 2 decrement. See, minus 2 I have written. Step size is 2, 2.
13.
It's 15 only.
No. Ending index is never included. It will be excluded. So before that, till that, it will go. What is the
17.
before?
17.
Correct. Right? So you can see it is going till 17. Is it clear? It's not 13. So this is little weird, but this is how it is. So 15 means it cannot go beyond that. So what is the next number? Till 17 it will go. When you are decrementing, you need to make sure it will go till 17. So if you want to make it till 15, what you will write? 13. Is it clear? Is it clear the reverse or the negative decrement? Is it clear? Now, if it is clear, let me know the syntax. I starting value should be 100, ending value should be 50. And I want it minus 3 or basically 3, 3 decrement. Who can write the code? Starting 100, ending 50. 3, 3 decrement. Not 3, 3, basically 2, 2. 2, 2. Starting 100, this is start. Start is 100, right? End is, let's say, 50. Step size is, let's say, 2. 2 means minus 2, decrement. Right? I want to end it at 50. Think about it. So if I write 50, so only thing that you are doing wrong is if I write 50, 50 is included, never 50 will be included. So ending index is never included. Please pay attention here. Ending index in range is never included. So I want till 50. So think about it. Till 50 if I want, then a 48 I will write, isn't it? See.
We can write 49 also.
Okay, let me see this, right? So if I write 100 and then let me write 50. So what will happen, you see, right? And if I run this, till what I'm getting? 52. Till what I need? Till 50. Ending index should be 50. So what I will do? Tell me. 48. So if I write 48, till what I will get? 50. Why? Because step size is 2, 2, 2, right? Now I will get 50. Is this clear, everyone? Not 52, it is 48. This is the weird thing in negative indexing.
Will
Positive is
49
easy.
or work?
Okay, 49 will work or not? Who can answer?
Yeah, it does work
No,
because
not
49 is less than 50. Probably.
Anything
Because
less than that. Is it clear? But so anything less than that will work. But if you write exactly 50, will it work? Sorry. If you write exactly 50, will it work? Because ending index is not included. So
It will
all
not.
of you have correct. So that is the trick here. So in range function, ending index never it will be included. So you have everyone has written 50. So make sure you are clear. You are clear that ending index, whatever you are writing, it will never be included. If it is positive, it's very simple, right? Positive, let's say starting with 100, ending at 148 with a step size of 2. So just it will increment 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, right? So is this for loop is clear? Now, sometimes you may ask me one thing, that is, I don't want a continuous kind of increment or decrement. I want random numbers, right? For example, let me write it. Just 1 second. Random numbers means what? I want to write a for loop and let's say a mathematical equation or something. Okay, let me write one example. For W in, let's say for W in 0 0.5, 0 0.8, 0 0.1, right? For W in this, what I want is I want to try y equals to 31, or basically W multiplied by 31. Let's say this equation I want to print, right? So this is my logic. So tell me in this case, do you think this W is continuous? If I have to implement this logic or some math you want to implement, iteration wise W value you want to change. So do you think range function will work here? Range function will work where? Where I value is stepwise or basically continuous. But here, do you think the I value is continuous? No, random or anything. So in this case, you will write all of those values within a list, right? Within a list you can write. What is a list? Wait, maybe tomorrow we will start with data structures. So we will understand list. Is this clear? Is this kind of for loop is clear? Is this clear? Right?
Yes.
So first time W will be 0.5, second time 0.8, third time 0.1. Right? So you can use range or you can use list.
Ma'am, can we use RAND directly?
No, in this case, yeah, if your purpose is to use random numbers, you can, but here I know what I want W value. Right? Most of the time you know, right? I value, what you are taking, you should know the I value. How many iteration you want to go, you should know. Right? So here I want to go for 3 iteration each time. What is the W value or I value? I know here. So you can use either list or you can use the range function. Okay.
If we have used square brackets, will the output will be same? This
So here you are asking the square bracket.
yeah, and the
So this is
above
a data structure. Yeah, this is called list. So we'll discuss about list tomorrow. So this is called list in Python. So within square bracket, if you write numbers or whatever you want to write, you can write separated by comma. So that will be a special kind of data structure called list. So if your values are random, you can write all of those values within a list and then you can run it.
okay, and the round brackets will also produce the same output?
No. Yeah, round brackets you can use, but if you are writing round brackets, that will be another kind of data structure. This is called, what this is called, anyone? Tuple. So this is called tuple. If you make it curly braces, that will become set. So bracket has a lot of importance. So don't just randomly give any bracket. So this is another data structure itself, right? This is tuple. If you make it
Ma'am,
square, go ahead.
can we write for I in RAND of range of start, end, and step size? I'm getting an error if I do so.
No. I told you range function. So RAND is a different module. You have to, this is not coming under range. So range is a different function which is present in a different module. RAND is a present within random module. We'll discuss about RAND in the NumPy. So we will be using range function directly. For the syntax is fixed. Don't try to change it. For I or for A or for any variable in range of what? Need to call the range function, and within bracket you need to write starting, ending, step size. That's the fixed syntax, right?
Ma'am, X range.
Sorry, what you're asking?
X
Do
range
we have
mean
for each loop in Python?
For each loop.
Yeah, like we have in Java.
No, I think we have only for loop. So I think we have this for loop, and I think this is very fixed kind of syntax. We cannot do I plus plus I minus minus like how we were doing. We can use range function, right? Yeah. Okay, so I think these are the basic kind of loops that you will mostly using in writing code. For loop, let me quickly summarize. So we started with pip install numpy, any package, how to install, how to import, how to take help. Yesterday we discussed about variable taking input from keyboard, if else, while, and for loop. And then how to print, how to what is a variable dynamically type conversion, input from keyboard, input method, comments, hash, right? Multi-line comment, quotes, data types, boolean, numeric, byte, string, list, tuple, set, dictionary, and then function, definition, function name, parameters, and then once you define it, you can call it. Other ways, lambda expression, not every function you can write, only simple functions, 1 or 2 lines, right? Then we have discussed about loops, if else loop, while loop, and for loop, right? Tomorrow onwards, we'll be starting very important section called data structure. We'll be starting list, tuple, set, dictionary, right? This for data structure, and string, if time permits, string also. All of these 5 data structure we will see. Okay. Any questions? We're all good?
I have a question, ma'am.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have much knowledge on Python, but I see you had written one function initially where you had returned a plus b. After that, you are printing. But in Java, it's not allowed. I mean, because I'm more into Java, so I was just confused on that concept. I saw that you had written a plus b. After that, you print a plus b value, right? Normally, after we do return, the control will not be within that method, right? And it's syntactically wrong as per Java, but I'm not sure about Python because I saw that you were able to print the value.
Okay, here you are saying this, you are
Yes,
saying, right? Okay,
yes.
this you are saying it's invalid in Java. I have used Java long back. See, yes, that's correct. So when you return something, ideally it should not give you anything. But here it is basically if you call this function, let's not print a plus b because you will be confused. Let's print this, right? And let's see whether it is giving the output, and it is not, right? So this is
Yes.
syntactically a mistake. So return is the last statement. Always return is the last statement of any function. Once you return means it will come out. So the next statement will not be executed. The same thing in Python also. Now it will print. Is it clear? So sorry for the mistake. And thank you for telling me that. Right?
No
So in
problem, ma'am.
Python also same thing, but it is not giving you error. It is not executing, but it is not giving you error, it's just coming out. So return means again you have to hold it, maybe some value you can assign. If you're writing return, let's say print, I am just commenting, let's say you are just returning something means you have to hold it. So here let me write one variable which will hold the value, let's say some number variable, right, with hold it. So you define it, you run it, and the value will be stored in some number, otherwise it's just a view. Next time if you want to use this, you will not get it, right? So some number if you store, later you can use it, right? 13. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Any
I
other
understood, ma'am. Yeah,
Yeah,
one more question. I mean,
yeah.
I couldn't attend yesterday's class because there was some problem with login. Uh, I mean, now I saw that in for loop you had used square bracket and we had put some number and you said that's a list. And you said if we use angular bracket then it's a set, and if you use the other one, the other bracket, round bracket, then it is tuple, right? What
Yeah.
about array, ma'am?
You can use array. Anything you can use. If any data structure if you want to use, you can use. NumPy we will use. Array native also is there in Python, but we'll be using third-party library called NumPy, which will give us arrays. So wait, we'll
Oh,
go
okay.
there. Yeah,
Okay,
next week we will discuss about NumPy.
okay, ma'am. Yeah, understood. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, so let us discuss the data structure part tomorrow onwards. Did you get the access? No, right? To Durga sir's recording?
No,
I
ma'am.
got
Actually,
access.
I didn't.
Anyone got? Few
Yeah,
of
I
you
got
got
access. Yeah.
access. Okay, if
I
you're
got one.
you got, okay. So if your registration is before, then I think you got, and if you have recently, then maybe you
Tableau
not.
also I got, ma'am.
Okay. So I will talk with ma'am again, and maybe tonight rest all she will be adding. And regarding the materials, I have not uploaded yet, right? This is pending from my side. Now only I will up to date it within 30 minutes. Yes, I'll do that. Video also not received. Is it not there in the drive? Video should be there, no? All class videos in the drive you
Yes.
can find. Yeah, video should be there. Materials is pending from my side. I will only upload So any video related thing, I think Bhavani ma'am you can call directly if it is not uploaded. Materials I will upload. I'll upload materials for this entire 2 weeks. So this week and next week till data structure. This week, complete week, data structure, everything I will upload. Right?
Ma'am, can you share the deck as well? The one you had used earlier to explain the need of data science AI part?
Yeah, I think that is there in YouTube demo. So if you go to demo, you will find it. The demo videos, I have used the same deck to explain.
Okay, ma'am. Yeah, thank you.
No problem.
I have a query. Is return mandatory for function?
No, it's not mandatory. It's optional. Without return also, you can write your function. Directly you can print if you don't want to return or any other logic you want to write, you can write.
Yeah.
Okay, so we will
Ma'am,
connect
what
tomorrow.
about
We'll connect.
drive link, ma'am? Where we will get?
Bhavani ma'am, immediately she will add you once your enrollment is done. And I think Sandeep, you are there in the class. I'll add you, Sandeep, after the class.
Yeah, sure, ma'am. Sure.
Yeah.
Drive also they give access, ma'am. I just checked.
Yeah. Once your enrollment is done, immediately you'll get access 30 minutes within that. And then maybe Durga sir's recording you will get in 1-2 days. People who registered yesterday or recently, maybe wait for 1 or 2 more days, you will get it. Sir will give you access.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.